Michael Jackson's sudden death on June 25, 2009 shocked the world. The 50-year-old pop icon was found unconscious at his Los Angeles home and pronounced dead at 2:26 p.m. Investigators later ruled his death a homicide caused by acute propofol intoxication, with benzodiazepines contributing. Here's the full story, from collapse to court verdict, based on official records and major news reports. Jackson collapsed of cardiac arrest at 12:21 p.m. on June 25, 2009. He was pronounced dead at UCLA Medical Center around 2:26 p.m. The LA County Coroner's Autopsy, AUG 2009, listed the cause of death as acute propofol intoxication with other sedatives. Jackson's personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter in Nov 2011, sentenced to 4 years for administering propofol as a sleep aid. We'll cover the medical findings, people involved, investigations, and aftermath with dates and sources. On June 25, 2009, Jackson's assistant called 911 at 12:21 p.m. Paramedics arrived and found him unresponsive. He was transported to Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center and pronounced dead at approximately 2:26 p.m. LAPD's Robbery/Homicide Division took over the case, standard for high-profile deaths. Coroner Fred Corral announced that Jackson had suffered cardiac arrest and an autopsy would follow. The investigation timeline continued. In August 2009, the coroner's report was finalized, and in February 2010, Conrad Murray was charged. Murray's trial began in September 2011, with a verdict on Nov 7, 2011, guilty of involuntary manslaughter, and sentencing on Nov 29, 2011 to 4 years in jail. Murray was released on parole in October 2013 after serving 2 years. The official autopsy confirmed a homicide. Toxicology found acute propofol intoxication as the primary cause of death, with benzodiazepines, lorazepam, midazolam, etc., as contributing factors. Propofol, a powerful surgical anesthetic, was found at lethal levels. The autopsy noted no evidence of a heart condition or other disease. Dr. Michael Baden, forensic pathologist, testified in the trial that Jackson would not have survived after receiving propofol on his own. In short, the medical evidence tied Jackson's death directly to the drugs administered in his bedroom. Jackson was reportedly having nightly propofol infusions to treat severe insomnia. The coroner's report listed numerous sedatives in his system, including lorazepam, diazepam, and midazolam, all benzodiazepines. Jackson's own notes and prescription records showed he had also been given lidocaine and other medications that day. The defense argued at trial that Jackson self-administered some drugs, but experts emphasized that only a medical professional like Murray would administer propofol. Importantly, the propofol Murray gave Jackson was intravenous and extremely potent, far beyond any typical dosage for insomnia. Key people involved. The central figure was Dr. Conrad Murray, Jackson's personal physician, who admitted giving Jackson propofol on the morning of June 25, 2009. Murray testified that Jackson begged him for sleep medication. Also involved were Jackson's family, mother Catherine, children Paris and Prince, who were notified of his collapse. First responders included paramedics Ronald Franks and Charles Sellery, who attempted CPR. The coroner, Fred Corral, conducted the autopsy. Investigators included LAPD Lieutenant Greg Strank, robbery homicide, and the LA County District Attorney's Office led by Prosecutor David Walgren. The FBI or DEA did not press charges, though the DEA scrutinized propofol distribution. Jackson's record label and AEG Live were tangentially involved in later civil suits settled in 2013, but not in the death investigation. LAPD initially treated Jackson's death as suspicious homicide. Crime scene investigators recovered 12 empty vials of propofol, syringes, and other drugs at Jackson's home. Jackson's medical records and phone records were examined. A key piece of evidence was Murray's 2.5-hour police interview tape in July 2009, where he admitted giving propofol and other drugs that morning. The coroner's ruling, Aug 2009, officially classified the death as homicide by drug intoxication. The LA Department of Coroner and LAPD relied on autopsy and toxicology labs, and no foul play, murder, was found beyond medical overdose.